Okay, and greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I'm B.A.G, Believers in Gamers, and welcome to Finding the Value in Xenoblade Chronicles 2. So, to give a brief rundown of why this is titled the way that it is, to make a long story short, I'll go into more detail as we actually start the game proper, but back when I first bought Xenoblade Chronicles 2, this game was not the sequel that I wanted it to be for Xenoblade Chronicles 1. I felt that a lot of the attitude, a lot of the humor and things of that nature weren't in the direction I was hoping for it to be. And to make a long story short, I ended up not paying as much attention to the story of 2 as I should have. I did enjoy the game, but a lot of things have fallen out of my mind over the years. And as I finished the DLC to Xenoblade Chronicles 3, which made heavy mention of a lot of things present in 2, specifically the Trinity processor, which got my antenna up, and wanted to know more about it as someone who is, a believer, obviously by my title. I wanted to dive back into Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and just give it a fair shake once again. Because, well, like I said, I'll get into more of the specifics as we get into the game proper. So with that being said, let us begin. Hey, editing bag here. Before we get into the video proper, I just wanted to mention that all the audio for Chapter 1 of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 did not catch during recording, so I had to go in manually and restitch everything together via sound bites on YouTube. So if something sounds off, or if you don't hear a sound effect here or there, know that that's the reason why. I couldn't do everything perfectly. I just decided to not do hit sound effects for enemies or other party members because that's honestly just too much work for things that aren't on screen all the time. With that in mind, I hope you all enjoyed this video regardless, and I will see you all in the next part.
We really do need to buy ourselves a new depth probe. The ping was off by 150 peds to the east. That's not gonna fly.
And what about the treasure, Rex? Was it in line with your expectations?
It seemed pretty solid. Didn't even have to reinforce it too much. Even with the labor costs, we should be able to turn a decent profit.
Honestly, it takes you 2 days to run the structural analysis. Yet somehow you can gauge the profits in an instant.
Don't go raining on my parade, Gramps. You know, I'm in the salvaging trade for the cash. A little business sense goes a long way. All right? Whoa! I didn't expect that. You've been living in this thing this time.
Rex.
No worries, Gramps. I think we know what's for lunch.
I appreciate how this game did not hesitate to blare its soundtrack at the first sign of combat. Time to earn your lunch. To initiate combat, the first thing Rex needs to do is to draw his weapon. To draw your weapon, simply press A while targeting an enemy. To display the target, press R. You can tell which enemy you're targeting by the target marker displayed above its head. Incidentally, you can also sheath your weapon if you'd rather not continue the fight. It's as simple as holding down R and pressing B. If you approach the targeted enemy with your weapon, you execute attacks automatically. This is your standard auto attack. Got it? Alright, time to draw your weapon and earn your lunch. Auto attacks delivered in sets of 3. The attack power increases with each blow. Okay, I'm not going to pretend like I don't know, okay? I know a number of things about this game, but I'm going to explain more on my thought process as we get into a more open part of the game. Right now, I actually want to pay attention to the tutorials that the game tries to teach me and formulate an opinion around those. Take a look at the icons in the lower right of the screen when you see one of these arts. When you see one of these activates, it means that the arts are ready to use. Arts are special techniques distinct to the auto attacks. These icons are laid out like controller buttons, so it's, just press the corresponding button to use one. After using an art, you'll have to wait for its recharge surrounding the icon to be refilled before you can use it again. The auto attack refills it. Try pressing X to do anchor shot.
Anchor shot!
Enemies drop an HP potion. Maneuver Rex around to pick it up. It will restore its HP. Some arts, like Anchor Shot, will always cause the enemy to drop an HP potion. Should you use the arts immediately to deal serious damage or save them for when you need bonuses like HP. For when you need bonuses like that HP boost, consider your arts carefully.
Ha!
And this really does make combat way faster. Dude, I should have said a thing or three. Oh my gosh.
An entire horizon of white. A sea of clouds. And at its heart, the world tree, piercing the heavens. This is the world we call home. Allrest. Story goes that when the world was young, everyone in Allrest lived on the tree, together with our divine father, the architect. According to the tales, it was a bountiful land. And the people there held the power to command even the heavens themselves. They called that paradise Elysium. But then, one day, we were cast out. Nobody knows why. Perhaps we angered our creator. Or perhaps it was something else entirely. All we know is we were forced to leave Elysium, to live here in Allrest, where it turns out life was pretty hard. But when it seemed like we would surely die out, the architect took pity on us, sending his servants, the Titans, to save us. The few of us who survived settled on the Titans, and we've lived in harmony with them ever since. But now, those titans are beginning to die out.
The brazier does my weary old bones much good.
You want me to move it, Gramps?
No, that's quite all right. Leave it right there.
Right, sir. Not another one. Been happening a lot lately.
More so than before.
I wonder if anyone was living there.
It seems not. And if there had been, they would have all left by now.
Makes sense. Hey, Gramps. Do you think Fonset Village will be gone too one day?
It would not be today or tomorrow, but one day, yes, it will fall.
And you too?
That's how it goes with us Titans. There's no way around it.
Eventually. There'll be nowhere left to live.
Sadly.
So, you Titans were born up there. Is that right?
So they say. For what it's worth. Mind you, I was born here on All Rest. As for my ancestors, who could say where they were born?
Can it really exist? This Elysium? And the Creator? Who said to live there?
A land of plenty atop the world tree. If such a place did exist, perhaps we could all live in peace, with no need for fighting.
Sure would be great. For everyone. Even folks in Fonset. If the Divine Architect can see us now, I wonder what he thinks. All right, back to making money. I think this haul should be enough for today. Oi, Gramps! Care for a little swim to the Argentum Trade Guild?
You're planning on selling it now? It's getting toward my bedtime.
Don't play the lazy old man with me. There's plenty of sunshine left.
Kids these days. No respect, I swear.
Why, if it isn't Rex? How's business?
Going all right, else I wouldn't be here.
Fair point. So, which one am I unloading?
We can leave that until I'm done negotiating. Shouldn't be too long.
Well, Mooring is 15 gold per half day.
I'll have your gold after I sell the stuff. All right? Later.
Hey, hold on! You know I can't do credit! Does it every time, too?
No one, I'm afraid.
Figures.
Awesome. This thing's huge. And it's not even a Titan ship.
Looks like your adventure is about to get going. You can count on me to offer timely explanations of any new game features you encounter. Famous last words. When you close the tutorial scene, you'll see Goldmouth return port pop up on the screen. This is letting you know that you found a landmark. When you discover the landmark, you can return instantly with skip travel at any time. If you're defeated in battle, you return to the last landmark you visited. Allrest has a great variety of landmarks, so discover as many as you can to help on your adventure. And just in case you ever find yourself struggling with the basic controls, you can press left, up, or right on the D-pad to bring up a quick explanation of the control scheme. Left is for battle, up is for camera, and right is for field controls. Okay, so, how quick are we going to get into a cutscene? I don't have that feature yet. Alright, well, let me fill you in on a few things you might find useful. First up is a regular view. See what the arrows are pointing at right now? That's the compass. The mark on the compass indicates the direction that Rex should be heading in. The digits above the mark on the compass show the distance to your destination. If Rex's destination is higher than his current position, then you'll see an arrow above the marker. Conversely, if it's lower, then you'll see the arrow pointing below the mark. Next up, you can have a look at the environmental information that arrow is pointing to right now. This will be key info for your immediate surroundings like weather, time of day, and so on. This is the mini-map. The yellow marker shows where Rex's current position. Push L to switch between... push down on L. Confident adventurers might prefer to make their way through Allrest without using the minimap. Why would I do that? Lastly, we have current objective. As you might expect, it tells you what exactly Rex is supposed to be doing at the present time. You can toggle this, the visibility with ZR, so that you can take a look around, if you're ever unsure about what to do next. Right now, it's telling you to go and pay a visit to Melolo at Central Exchange, so try doing that. Alright, so since I'm now at a much freer point, so back when this game first came out, well, one of the reasons why I didn't like it so much, as I explained earlier, was purely because of my expectations of what this game was supposed to be like. With Xenoblade Chronicles 1, how do you say, I never felt that it was a particularly anime-inspired game, as much as Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is, and over the years I feel, I used to be a really big fan of anime, but as time has gone on, my tolerance to a lot of anime tropes has gone down significantly. So in reality, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 just came out at the wrong time for me. And with Xenoblade Chronicles 3 coming out and me liking that game way more than 2, I felt that I should give 2 one more shot, you know?
What? That's it?
It's life, Mayor. It's still more than I give to non-friend. If you bring military supplies, then you get good price. Ceasefire between Moor Ardain and Uriah not keep for too much longer, methinks. So weaponry is hot item. Well, what friend think? I'll make it worth your while.
I told you before. I stay away from that sort of thing.
Oh, it's shame. Rex good salvager. Could be good way to earn pretty penny. Waste of talent, if you ask me. Anywho, where were we?
I'll take your offer. 200 now, and you know what to do with the rest.
Okie doodles. Sending monies to Coroner Fonset Village, is right?
Yeah.
Is a beautiful thing. Sending money home at such young age. I touched. Wish my own dum-dum little pond did same.
It's 'cause Gramps doesn't charge rent. Hey, hey! Alright, I'm counting on you.
Roger, pleasure doing business.
Right. I forgot that a lot of the direction for this game was a bit strange, all things considered. Which direction am I heading in? The voice direction, I should say.
Hello, Rex.
Papunin, been a while.
Rex looking high spirits? No, how say? Yes, peppy.
Been worse? So, you got something for me? New job, maybe?
Something like that. By the way, Rex come from Fonset Village in Leftherian Archipelago, yes?
Yeah, that's right. Why'd you ask?
You should go straight to boardroom of chairman.
Wait, what's going on?
Chairman Banner asked for Rex by name.
The chairman? For me?
So with that being said, now that, you know, I basically got my sequel that I always wanted, I wanted to come back to Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and just see if my own perspective that I had when I originally went into this game was completely off, and I didn't accept this game for what it was. It's sort of like going into Final Fantasy VIII after playing 7 and being disappointed when Final Fantasy VIII isn't trying to be Final Fantasy VII again, right? But nevertheless, you can't help something like that out, especially when something is a numbered sequel, in a sense. But let's continue on with the tutorial before I go on. Hold on a second before I forget, I should probably talk to you about the camera. The camera has two modes, auto and manual. To use manual, use R to point the camera whichever direction you like. If you press R, the camera is in manual mode. The camera will hone in on Rex's back to follow him around. I actually did not know this was a thing. You can also adjust the camera's height and zoom by holding down L and moving left and right to adjust the height and up and down to the zoom. If you're experimenting with different camera angles, then you might be able to spot a few things that you might otherwise have missed. Give it a shot. I never knew that this was a thing. Well, probably because I just wasn't reading. Oh yeah, look at that. I'll probably never use that. Anyways, but, you know, a person's perspective, or their expectations, I should say, garner a lot of how they're going to accept the game when it comes out, or when they play it, I should say, because I remember Metal Gear Rising was pretty explicitly different from Metal Gear Solid, but a lot of people were still very, they were harsh on the game because it wasn't a stealth game like Metal Gear Solid, and so that their perception of what a Metal Gear game should be bled over to that game, and it was looked down very harshly, despite the fact that nowadays it is a meme, a giant meme, a good game, but it's mostly known for the memes.
Thank you for accepting summons. I, Banner, chairman of Argentum Trade Guild.
But pleased to make your acquaintance.
We hear from Papunin that friend is salvager of some renown. That being case, I have teensy-weensy thing to ask of Rex.
A request straight from the chairman.
Reward is 100,000 gold.
100,000?
Friend here, right? Actually, that just the advance. Another 100,000 provided upon completing job.
200,000 gold in total? I must be dreaming. I'll do it. I hereby swear to use every skill I possess to ensure this job is successful. I promise I won't let you down.
You agree without even hearing details of job?
Oh, right. What kind of job is it?
You really have skills for this?
Of course, I'll be fine.
Nah, if you say. Here, crew will explain the task. Bring them in.
Sir?
Drivers? And blades? Whoa, they look so cool.
So, there's something that we want to haul up. There were some current shifts. It showed up in an uncharted area. But it's a long way down.
Nice. I like a good challenge.
Banner offered to assemble a team of veterans for this job. But this crew very picky. They want small, elite team and only from Letheria. That when Banner have stroke of genius. Should hire Rex.
Ha ha! You made the right choice.
A child salvager. Jin, don't tell me we're gonna have to hire some babysitters for this outing too.
What the hell? You look as much like a kid as I do, lady.
At least I wouldn't wet myself for the promise of a measly £100.
What are you trying to say?
Rex, was it? I implore you to excuse my lady's discourtesy.
Dromark, what have I told you about speaking for me? Shut
Drop
your...
it, Nia. Though I do see your point. In any case, it should be easy enough to make sure.
What? Ah! What are you playing at?
Well, well, well.
Malos, what good is it beating up a kid?
You said it yourself, didn't you? What if the kid's not up to it?
I said nothing of the sort.
You did think it, though, right? And anyway, now we know. You'll do right enough. Though you don't look like a driver. Where'd you learn those arts?
Gramps showed me a thing or two. Even when I was little. That was his idea of playtime.
Well, you've got some skill, I'll give you that. Guts, too. Kid, you better work hard.
Friends are such rowdy bunch. Here is advance. Use to buy what gear you need, then go to dock on starboard. Banner has arranged excellent vessel for you there.
You got it.
Even though I said that the anime-inspired look, or rather its more anime tropes, weren't my cup of tea, especially back then, I will say that they use the facial animation really, really well in this game. Like, seriously well. Right then, there are plenty of preparations to make, but first I probably should check in with Gramps. If I just took off on some random ship without telling him, he'd sure give me hell later when I came back. Better head down to the port and back to Goldmouth return point. Okay, I'll be back in a quick second. Okay, so, that being said. So, real question, is it even worth buying anything right now? These products sold here aren't much use to salvagers like me. Yep. Maybe if I was a mercenary or a driver or even a blade. So, okay, that answers that question. Don't know if I should be wasting my time on this right now. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Oh, the frame drops. Can you tell I'm playing this on the original Switch one?
And that about covers it. Alright, I'll see you later. Should be back in a day or two. Take it easy, Gramps.
That does not about cover it in the slightest. Why would you take a job you know nothing about? You don't even know who your employer is.
This came straight from the chairman, remember? What more do you need? Anyway, I'm off. You can take a nap while you wait.
Hey, come back here, will you? Rex!
Man, that is pixelation going on. Now that I've got Gramps' permission, just about, I'd better start making preparations for the mission. 100 grand to spend, that sure is an exciting prospect. I could buy a whole new cutting-edge salvaging suit. But no, I can't splurge on this all at once. The folks back home need this money more than I do. I'll hold off on making any big purchases and just head to the Shinini's accessories. Always best to be prepared for anything. I might have to end up doing some fighting. I might end up finding a crust tip like on my last salvage. Yep. You accepted a quest. There are two types of quests, regular quests and the ones that are a part of the main story. You'll need to complete the main story quest to advance the main story. The direction of the location is shown on the compass and the pink exclamation mark on the screen. A word of warning, the pink exclamation mark will not appear on the compass at the top of the screen unless you set the quest as active. Feel free to ignore this feature if you're a seasoned veteran, but a rookie adventurer should do well to remember that to set active quests. Ordinary quests aren't vital for the main story. Follow the blue exclamation icon to get to the next destination. All rest is full of people who could use a little help. You'll be able to spot them pretty easily since they'll have blue exclamation marks above their heads. If you speak to them, they'll usually open up to you about their problems and the request of some kind of help. These are the regular quests that I mentioned earlier. I'm sure if you manage to solve their problems, they'll give you some kind of reward for your trouble. Right. So, whatchamacallit. Right off the bat, I really do appreciate this visual art style, and actually that was something that I wanted to talk about Xenoblade Chronicles 2 specifically, as out of all the Xenoblade games that are currently playable on the Switch and now the Switch 2, this is easily the worst looking of them all, and yet when I go online, I find such a dedicated amount of people who just love this game with all their heart. And I think that's really good for a number of reasons. One of those reasons is because right now we are in some kind of strange, I don't want to say this word, over appreciation, I'll say that instead, of graphics in video games, as if graphics is somehow going to make games more fun or play better. Graphics are great, right? Like, looking at the world of Xenoblade Chronicles 2, graphically it's not that great because it's on the Switch 1. However, with that being said, it uses its art style amazingly. And so, 2017 this came out? Yeah, so a bunch of Switch games, even around that time, 2017, Mario Odyssey, Breath of the Wild, and Mario Odyssey and Breath of the Wild, still look good to this day. And so, and a lot of people liking Xenoblade 2, I know, we're a little too late to start the trend now. It's almost like 10 years after the fact since this game came out. But, I really hope that a lot of people stop holding graphics in the pedestal that it is. Because while it is nice, it doesn't help the game that it's a part of play better. Again, because that is, because it's something that can be taken over by art style. And so this is not the prettiest game in the world, but it's not a bad game to look at. And plus, even though you look at a game for a long period of time, playing a game is, in my opinion, a lot more important than how it looks. But in any case, friend Rex, good to be seeing. Hi Shanini, you still got that thing we talked about before? Rex finally saved up money to purchase? You got it, can I have a look? Abyss Vest boosts maximum HP by 24%. Why Rex suddenly have such money? Salvage some amazing treasure? I've taken in a big job from the chairman. I've got 100,000 gold just from the advance payment. Wow, that's quite impressive. But I'll be going into uncharted waters, so I want to make sure that I'm prepared. The accessory is sure to protect Rex, Shinini guarantee. Good luck on job. Right, now let's get started. Sorted? And I've still got a fair amount of cash left. Time to send money back home to folks at Fonset. I best go to see Malolo at the Central Exchange again. Oh, finally got the Abyss Vest that you always wanted. Sure. It'll boost your maximum HP by 24%. Right now, the Abyss Vest is the only accessory you have, but you are sure to encounter a whole lot more during your adventure. Just remember, you'll need to equip accessories to benefit from their effects. So go to main menu, characters, setup, and accessories to do so. Boop. So, another thing that I was very interested in was after playing Xenoblade Chronicles 3, I understood a lot more about Xenoblade Chronicles, the combat system as a whole, and so I wanted to tackle the games that I didn't understand all too well, like 1 and 2. Just to see, because oftentimes if you play a game in the series, you're going to understand more so how games in the past operated. So I personally just wanted to see that if that skill still translated over. Rex, back again? Did friend forget something? No, I didn't exactly forget something. I just decided to make another cash transfer. Rex find money on the floor? Nopon around here are very particular about money, so should turn in even small change. No, I didn't exactly pick up small change. I actually got my hands on a big sum. Big sum, like 2,000? I'd rather not bandy the number about so much, but more like 100,000. 100,000! I'm not gonna yell. Not so loud. Oh yes, sorry much, but where did Rex get all that gold? Actually, no need to tell Malolo. Malolo would not want to get mixed up into any shady business. I don't think it's anything that big a deal. Any hoodles, Rex. Malolo, not able to accept such a large sum here anyway, should take directly to the courier. All monies Malolo accept here always delivered through courier called Max. Oh, okay, Max, I know him. I didn't know that he was delivering the money for me all this time. Huh. Well, this is certainly going to make things quicker. Friend know where to find Max? Yeah, he'll just be about the Argentum Bazaar, right? Thanks, Malolo. Okay, should be down here. Alley-oop. Sorry, I'm debating whether to say that every time I jump. Hey Max, I'd like to transfer Why, if it isn't Rex, pretty rare for a client to drop some cash off at person. It's a big sum this time, so Malolo said that I should bring it to you. You're quite the guy. You know, not many people send all this money back to their folks every single month. It's not a big deal. So, how much we talking? I don't want to completely empty my pockets, so after saving a bit for myself, let's say 90 grand. Can you deliver 90 grand to Fonset Village, please? Whew, that's quite a healthy sum. Did you haul that up for some huge treasure? Something like that. Took on a big job from the chairman. Now that sure sounds like a pie that I like a piece of. Oh yeah, I got a delivery for you too. Good thing that you dropped by, else I'd have to track you down. It's from that same anti-Corin of yours that, actually. Oh, it's the braised cloud sea shark. Looks delicious. I'll have to dig into that later. Thanks, Max. Take care of that offer for me. Transfer for me. You can count on me. Hello there, friend Rex. Rudy, proprietor of the Whiteside Salvaging at your service. No need for introductions with me, Rudy. I was thinking of going to check out some cylinders in a bit. Well, that perfect timing. Hootie just getting the brand new cylinder type. If having time, friend, want to test it out? Really? You led me. Rex's up-and-coming star salvager world. If Rex approve of quality, easier for Hootie to sell. Excuse me. It's not every day that you get a request to test out brand new product. Be glad to help. Then it's settled. Come see Hootie on the deck shortly then. Hootie will make preparation. I'm starting to slowly realize something. I've played this game in docked mode for a majority of my original playthrough, and now that it's on my big screen TV, I'm having a bit of a time reading all the dialogue. This is brand new cylinder. Please test out in the nearby salvaging port and tell Hootie the impressions of using. Alright, leave it to me. Silver cylinder. Okay, yeah, it's a tutorial. Time to learn about salvaging. The icon you see on in front of Rex right now marks what we call salvaging port. As long as you have cylinders handy, you can go salvaging at one of these points at any time. Follow the on-screen instructions and hit the buttons at the right time to get your hands on some treasure. Time it right and you'll get high-quality treasure, but if your timing is off, then the value of the treasure will decrease. There are salvaging points all over Allrest, and the type of treasure varies from point to point, so if you find a new one, be sure to give it a try. By the way, if you're short on cylinders, you can buy some at the salvager shop. You'll find these shops all over Allrest. An expensive cylinder is likely to get you better quality treasure, but even a cheap cylinder can yield a decent haul. So use your gold as you see fit. For the moment, you better use the cylinder that Hootie gave you and see how it goes. Alright.
Shouldn't be too long.
Oh man, that pop-in was
Yo. Huh.
certainly happening.
Ta.
But yeah, like,
Onwards.
it's in moments like that. Like, if people can look past that for a game and all of its
love the smell of
potential
salvage.
and storytelling and gameplay, then I think that potentially spells a lot of good thing for the gaming industry as a whole right now. Because as is, well, I have a feeling that if you know anything about the gaming industry, you know that it has an obsession with graphics and quick flash in the pan stuff that is not good for the long haul of the gaming scene, I find. Look like friend all finished. How's the new cylinder? Let's be honest. I mean, you know, is I. It's alright, that's such a vague answer, but it's true it's not easy to get used to new cylinder after only one use. At any rate, thanks for the help. Also here, give friend present of 3 normal cylinder, can use in the same place as before, meh, happy salvaging. So, does my, whatever I give Hootie as an opinion, does that affect the cylinder quality that I get? Like if I say it was fantastic, I get more silver cylinders? I wonder. If friend ever running out of cylinders, please drop by at any time, we make deal. Okay, there was more things bugging out in the game. I guess I got a bit distracted. What was I meant to be doing again? I guess I should stock up on supplies. I've got a braised cloud sea shark now, but I could do with a bit more. Yeah, I'll visit Fishy Fishy on the 3rd floor, and then I'll be all set. So, considering the fact that the Nintendo Switch 2 has already come out, talks were going around about for a potential Xenoblade Chronicles 2, the Definitive Edition, and I think that this is a game that would greatly benefit from it because, you know, graphically, well, I've already talked about it, and along with a lot of other issues running underneath Xenoblade Chronicles 2 hood, we kind of touched upon it earlier with, like, the pop-in on Rex's salvager suit, but I just think that this game in general can use with a lot more a lot more tweaking can be used to make this game as good as possible. Now then, what should I buy? What is this? Ether damage lowered by 3%, 4%. Let's see, what is this now? Ether damage lowered by 4%, 5% HP recovery, and 8% party gain. I'm just gonna stick with the oyster stir fry. Might as well just get all 10. And you know what? Because it's so cheap. Matter of fact, never mind. I'm good with just that. Thanks for custom. You bought food and supplies and stocked up on whatever, so you're ready to take on the salvage. Right, I've got all the accessories I wanted, and I'm all sorted for food. I think that should just about do it. There's still time I have left before I leave, so might as well rest up in the inn. I could head back to Gramps to rest, but he might actually try to give me a little lecture, so yeah, in the inn seems best. I have plenty of cash left, and it can't hurt to find somewhere comfy to rest. And yeah, whatever. The inn should be just past Rumble Tum Canteen. Let's just get moving. Right. So this is something that I'm very curious to see how it works out, the inn in this game, because, little spoiler warning for Xenoblade Chronicles 3, never use the inn. Just don't do it. You'll break the game in two, and you'll do it in a way that's not even, like, cheating. Hi there. Yo. We were just about to play hide and seek. If a friend find anything, friend have to come later. Wait, friend maybe look like friend want to play with us. Oh, that not occur to me. Well, if you insist, it's okay. We can play together. What? You're seeking first. Give it to me. Wow, you're eager. Okay, let me explain the rules. Hiding area is anywhere on Goldmouth ground level. Okay. When we include the higher floors, the game goes on for days. Yeah, I bet. Then Mama Pond get angry. Anyhow, when find everyone, meet here back at the Bower Lounge. Got it? Roger. Hiding area, not big, but we very good at hiding. Friend, no think go... whatever. Talking Napon messes me up sometimes. Yeah, we play hide and seek every day. We'll hide like there's no tomorrow. Okay, we go hide, so friend count 100 before looking, yes? I've given it some thought, and by giving it some thought, I mean like just now, on... you know, trying to add in accents and stuff to how I speak, and I think that's for the benefit of everyone that I don't do that. Mostly because I wouldn't even know the type of accent to give, since I don't speak most of their native tongues, you know? Okay. Here... Oh, rats found me already, and I was sure I had the perfect hiding place as well. So lame. What a response. Whatever. I'm glad you didn't take it easy on me. Okay, I'll wait by the Bower Lounge. It's a really good thing that the minimap just spoils wherever they're hiding. On some degree, I feel that... Oh, this is just a quest. On some degree, I feel that is... I don't know if that's like an oversight of some kind. Like, obviously it's intentional, but it is kind of disheartening, the fact that I don't get to play hide and seek genuinely right here. I can just cheat, you know? Oh no! Oh, there you are. Your name is Sneaky Sneaky? Meh. But Sneaky Sneaky, so nondescript, usually hard to find even when not hiding properly. Heh, pretty impressive, right? Friend must have amazing power of observation. So, okay, Sneaky Sneaky ahead, go ahead and wait in the Bower Lounge. Let's just see what this quest is about. From Isoldale. Brother, can't use Napon as muscle and can't. Just ask the Ardanians. Something the matter? Oh, hi. Well, actually, I've got some cargo in the harbor that I brought from the Uriah to trade, but it's ever so slight nuisance. Ask if someone's causing trouble. That's a good guess, except it's not exactly a person. It seems that Trent Crabbles love the stuff I'm transporting. To get it, they clamber on deck and try to steal the cargo. I've hired some goons to stand guard, but they all got done in. So I'm here now looking for someone to replace them with. But I'm having no luck so far, so it's starting to feel a bit dire. I'd like to help if that's okay. You're saying you'll take the job? Thanks a bunch, pal. You're one in a million. The cargo's already in Goldmouth's return port. It's pretty large, you can't miss it. It'd be great if you can chase off the thieving Trent Crabbles. Thanks in advance. Leave it to me. There's something I wanted to say. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. That was a mistake. Quest log. There we go. activate. Yeah, so something about the mini-map, and it's, you know, just being here kind of, how do you say, undermines this whole gameplay aspect of trying to find the kids. I mean, even if I take off the mini-map, I can still get a generalization of where the kids are. So it kind of makes it a bit, I don't know, what I'm... Like, it makes it, like, undermines the whole game within a game aspect right here. But that's more of a meta thing with games entirely. Like, you know, the whole point of video games, or at least open world games, is to find your path, and a bunch of them will just point you where you're supposed to go. Please excuse, Talulu is one who was unfair. Aft and Sneaky Sneak never find Talulu here. Eyes of friend must be very strong. I guess when I think about it, I could have just set the other quest and just, you know, went about it that way, using my eyes and what have you, but I got things to do. Anyways, meh. So, Talulu was last? Okay, let me go back to the Bower Lounge now. Yeah, the Bower Lounge. Let's just finish this one. And then, well, actually, I can still accept quests when, even though I'm in the, or complete quests rather, even though I'm in the middle of one, yeah? Is this what I'm after? Probably should just make it easy on myself. No, it's on the other side. So, since we're about to get into a combat encounter, I mentioned this a bit earlier, but I would like to, you know, take a look at Xenoblade Chronicles 2, its combat system with my own eyes and things of that nature. Because, how do you say, there's a lot of good resources to learn Xenoblade Chronicles 2, but something that I found about myself when it comes to... What?
I'm going all in.
Oh, okay. Something I found about myself when it comes to taking in guides and information on the internet is that it causes me to think about whatever it is I'm interacting with in a very linear fashion. And by that I mean, you know, to make it more simple of what I'm trying to say, it makes me not ask questions like I normally would when playing a game. Like, hey, does this work? Is this a good combination? What is happening? Oh, they're all a part of it.
Anchor shot.
Yeah, so it causes me to not ask the questions I normally would if I were just playing the game without any information. And, you know, depending on the type of person you are, that's, you know, whatever, right? If you're looking for how to get an invincibility build in, like, I don't know, whatever game that you're playing, then you really probably don't necessarily care the fact that learning a guide makes you think in a linear fashion. But I just find it more interesting if I can come up with my own answers to situations instead of relying on somebody else's answers. At least that's what I've noticed keeps my interest in video games higher for a long period of time. That's what I noticed when I was playing Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and that is what I noticed about playing, like, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, was that the game, it explained enough to get my imagination going and get me thinking about all different types of builds and whatnot that I can make, and because of that, I ended up enjoying the game a lot more than Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and 2. So, with that in mind, and since I now know the combat systems of Xenoblade Chronicles much better thanks to 3, I want to come back to 2, and then eventually come back to 1 and see if I can, you know, enjoy those games like that. Well, I don't think that their Trent Crowels are going to come back anytime soon. Let's go to Yzoldale now. Okay, so yeah, that was actually just a part of the quest. I did not realize I did not realize all of that was together. I thought it was just one Crabble, or whatever it's called there. I'm back. Thank you. Thanks to you chasing off the Trent Crabbles, I was able to make the delivery. I'm really grateful to you. It's no problem at all. I'd feel better if someone tough like yourself could guard my wares, but... sorry, but no. You know, if those Trent Crabbles come stooping back again, I'll try hiring some mercenaries from Garfon. They say those mercenaries are buff as buff can be. But I digress. Here's your reward for protecting my wares. Please take it. Thanks. So, another thing I'm going to try and be is much more attentive to the dialogue as a whole. Because when I first played Xenoblade Chronicles 2, I don't know what it is about myself, but I was just like not here for the verbiage, not the verbiage, but just any written dialogue as a whole that the game had. I just zipped on by and, you know, when it was in the middle of a side quest, got lost. So let's try not to do that this time. Friend find Tululu already? Yes, friend is hide-and-seek genius. Here. Anyhow, thank friend for playing. No problem at all. Meh, I have to say thank you. Yeah, I was gonna. Thanks for playing. My parents are both too busy to play with me ever. But today was real fun. Really thanks a lot for playing with us. You can come play with us anytime. Roger. No, I'm not gonna do that. Stop. I'm stopping right now. I'm sorry. Here's a thank you gift from Sneaky and friends. It like scrap of treasures for us. Or maybe it just scrap. Anywho, please take. Thanks. Alright then, I guess you got places to go. Come and play again. See you around. Muscle belt acquired. So, I'm of a very interesting mindset when it comes to upgrades in video games. While health upgrades can be useful, right? I think that oftentimes attack and, well, I guess it depends on the class. In this game, there is an argument to be made about what's the word I'm looking for? Argument to be made about health being important due to the fact that we have defenders in this game. But with that being said, normally I'm of the opinion that you probably don't need the extra health, but I didn't take into context that defenders are just always going to be attacked in Xenoblade Chronicles, so yeah. Let me quickly explain to you lodgings. When you take a short rest, you gain bonus XP. Bonus XP is experience that you earn from completing quests and discovering landmarks. Oh wait, I didn't know that. So landmarks, encountering landmarks in this game actually do give you XP. It's just hidden. I never knew that. Okay. Be sure to rest at inns when you get the chance. If you come up against a foe that you just can't beat, do a few quests and build up the bonus XP, and there you go. On the other hand, if you're the type that likes a challenge, you're free to never level up at lodgings at all. It can be fun to live dangerously, I guess. Anyway, you've got a big day ahead of you, so get some shut-eye. Yeah, so I actually never used this method back when playing Xenoblade Chronicles 2 originally, due to the fact that I forgot it was a thing. Like, when I was playing Xenoblade Chronicles 2, I took a massive break. Like, almost a year-long break, and I forgot a lot of the mechanics in the game. This is another part of the reason why I wanted to play this game, was, you know, to understand how everything worked together and see if the game was as good as it was. But, how do you say? I forgot that this was a thing. I remember only, like, figuring this out after I beat the game. But maybe that was a good thing because, again, this thing, you know, sleeping at inns, in 3 can break the game. And considering that 2 is the game that came before it, I won't put it past this game that it can probably break 2 as well. I don't know if we're gonna get immediately into a cutscene now. No, okay, go. This really is different sleeping in that little hut on Graham's back. For some reason, I feel like I've gotten a bit stronger. Anyway, let me better head up to the meetup point. It was at the Goldmouth Dock. Thanks for that, I guess. Goldmouth exit dock down on the ground floor, right? I guess there's still a bit of time to look around in Goldmouth a bit longer if I want to, but I shouldn't dwell too long. So, another thing that hit me that I never got the tutorials, huh? A number of shops are now available for you to use. You'll find a wide range of different traders as you journey across Alrest. The Ingentum Guild is known as the hub of Alrest's commerce, so naturally you'll find a plethora of different shops here. While you're here, you should make sure to get everything you need before you head out on your adventures. So, with that being... Oh, there it is! There's his move! There's the move! So with that being said... one of the things that I wanted to do about this, I really should have said this earlier, but considering the fact that, you know, the channel is called Believers and Gamers, I wanted to, I guess to say, provide, how do I word this? I wanted to provide a place where people, what's the word I'm looking for? People can just hang out, I guess, for lack of a better term. That believers in Lord Jesus can just come together and be somewhere in the gaming scene, because I know that there are a lot of, well, Christians and non-Christians in the gaming scene, but there's not a whole lot of space for that. So that's another thing that I'm more or less figuring it out right now on how I should go about it, but, you know, this is part 1, episode 1. Part of this whole thing is just me getting an idea of how I wanted to go about this whole thing. So anyways, pouch items. Rex never goes anywhere without his handy dandy pouch. It's great for putting favorite items in so that he always has them close at hand. Rex's pouch isn't that big, it can only hold just one handy item at a time. So what should you put in your pouch? Well, usually the sort of everyday items that you can find at lifestyle shops. Just keep them close by. Just keeping them close by can have all sort of effects. There are 12 different items of lifestyle shops across Alrest, so if you encounter a new one, be sure to check it out. Wrong. Oh, there's another side quest. We'll do that later. Or maybe we'll do it now. I haven't figured it out. How do I access items? Characters? Oh, there it is. It just wasn't up yet. Pouch. Oyster stir fry. 20 minutes. Okay, hang on a minute. Let's do that side quest first. Wherever the heck it is. Okay. No, it's right here. No, it's on the other side of here. Man, this is like RPGs in a nutshell. I want to do the main story, but here I am, just doing everything else. All left all clear, right all clear, front all clear, Goldmouth a-okay, but Gigaby, whatever. Shift not a-okay. Really. Supposed to take watch over Gibby. It's so hard. But this person's over 3,821 seconds late. This is 1000th time now, and 1000th time G will miss Dindins. That's no good. G want to find Limuli and scold him whole day long, but G must keep watch. G so sleepy, G so hungry. I'd like to help if that's okay. Stop it. Stop trying to emulate his accent self. You want to help G? Thank you. G ever so grateful. Please find and tell him that it time to relieve watch. I'll do what I can. Thank you, friends. Oh, that remind me. You'll probably find I just give up. I'm not gonna pronounce his name. It's too weird. Okay, better late than never. So, with that in mind, he should be right below me. Alley-oop! Okay, that worked out so much better. Woo. I actually thought Rex was going to take some serious damage from that. Salvaging so cool. L could watch it all day. Meh, L feel like he forgot something. So the thing is, meh, watch duty. That 1000th time, G's going to be so angry. Meh meh meh. You alright? L watched salvaging duty for so long that he forgot his tummy was rumbly. Cannot move 1 inch. Shrivel up and die here. Remember L fondly. This is awkward. What do we do? So I'm supposed to do this with the other cast of characters, huh? Take pity on L. Some food to help L. Is no kind good people around? If only L could eat cinnamon. Oh, you gotta be kidding. I thought it. Fine. L would have energy for work. Roger. Just one single cinnapon roll. Bye. Here we go. I forgot, well, I forgot, and then I remembered, and then I forgot that I remembered that was a thing that Rex said. I got so used to hearing that in Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Wait, no time for that. L have terrible problem. Something the matter? While L stand here dreaming about Cinnaroll's precious treasure. Oh my gosh, you're kidding. I was so hoping that it was a quick one. But you know what, this is probably the last one before we head out into the actual story stuff. What time is it? It's 8. Okay, it's almost 9. Yeah, we got time. Salvage slide crab was foolproof. L starts swing practice first thing tomorrow. I'd like to help if that's okay. Friend help L with swing practice? Oh, just get pendant back from L instead. Yeah. Friend very good and kind to get L both Cinnaroll and weapon back. Sly Crabble probably already returned to the depths of Cloud Sea. If L get pendant, he can work. L save Cinnaroll until pendant is returned. Okay. What do I do? Quest log. L is supposed to have, but okay. Well, I get to put my money where my mouth is. Haul up the salvage deck. This is the salvage deck, yes. Go-mouth porch. Yeah, I suppose it is. Wait, one more time. Salvaging deck. I mean, worst case, I just run there. I'm pretty sure that's the ship that starts the, no, because the... It might be. So, I don't know if this was like intentionally a big thing, right? But I do find it's kind of interesting that Shulk's whole thing was... Yeah, okay, yeah. Shulk's whole thing was ascending the Bionis, and I'm debating whether or not I should spoil that for people who haven't played Xenoblade Chronicles 1, but basically, the whole point of Shulk's adventure was ascension, right? And in a sense, Rex's whole thing is one day I'll be able to talk properly. His whole thing is descending into the Cloud Sea. I don't remember if anything like thematically important comes from like Rex being a salvager of any kind, or it's just like, you know, he's a salvager. That's just his job description. Yeah, I guess I should have saw that coming. Not eating Cinnaroll. L only eat half Cinnaroll. Meh. L's pendant. Thank you. This pendant holds special Mama Pod. Looks like everything worked out. L think too much about the pendant. Forgot to relieve G. L not keep G waiting. Bye, friends. Okay, and... Thanks to G, pass watch duty to L, no problemo. Yeah, pretty impressive, right? L smashed previous lateness records of 7,000 seconds, 7,000 plus seconds, because this happened 1,000th time G planned to lecture him for 3 days and 3 nights. But L gave G half of the delicious Cinnarol, so G forgive him. Looks like everything worked out. G not monster, generosity of G wide as cloud sea. Cinnarol make G sleepy. Here's reward for from generous G. Thanks. If you see suspicious activity aboard Goldmouth, please report to G or L. Alright, I'm just gonna, I hope, nah, I'm done with side quests right now. Okay, we're going. Cause I expected, me to have been, on the side quest train, the main quest train. But like, that's how it is in RPGs, right? You start, you look, you blink, and then suddenly, you're like an hour deep, and you haven't even continued on with the main story. But it is what it is.
Wheeling out the maelstrom for this. Banner sure has deep pockets.
Gawking at a boat. What are you, 12? Wait, maybe you are 12.
What's my age got to do with anything? I can tell an awesome feat of engineering when I see one.
You don't close your mouth soon, you're gonna swallow a fly.
What's her problem? We're nearly the same age. Also, you might want to watch where you stand. Otherwise, when we cast off, that rope will take your leg off.
Huh?
Gotcha!
What, you little?
Now look whose mouth's hanging open.
Rex, we're heading out. There's no one seeing you off, right? You got night watch. Till then, rest up inside.
Aye, aye. Later.
Before you head off on your big job, I'd like to explain something a little about selling items and all the rest. You may have already made use of them, but there are businesses called item trading shops that specialize in taking treasure off your hands. If you sell off items as a whole set, you'll earn a bunch of money than if you sold them off individually. So when you find precious treasures, don't sell them off cheap at regular shops. See if you can put together sets for trading shops and make a tidy profit. I had no idea this was a thing. But, you know, what's new at this point? Never thought I'd see the day you'd be riding the Maelstrom, Rex. Suppose it goes just how far you've come as a salvager, eh? I'm proud of you, lad. Now, are you ready to set? Are you all set? We're setting sail as soon as you're on board. That's what I like to hear. Come on, hop on. We're heading into uncharted territory this job, you know? I'm getting goose pimples just thinking about it. So we're going to end the video there. And with that being said, I just want to give everyone the opportunity to receive Jesus into their lives. First and foremost, admit to God that you are a sinner and that you repent of all your sins. Repent means to turn away, to not do, to change your mind regarding them. And secondly, and second most, this is all you have to say. If you declare with your mouth Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. So simply say Jesus is Lord and believe that God had rose him from the dead, and you will be saved. Jesus Christ is coming back soon, and you'll be happy you said that prayer. With that in mind, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time. Until then.